guys, welcome.
Welcome to episode number 1.
Welcome to episode number 1. Welcome to episode 1 of season 1. Welcome to the Cambridge United Road to Glory. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Cambridge United, Europa League champions 2020-2021. Cambridge United, champions of the Barclays Premier League. The Scout Future Star. He's a right winger. Oh, hello. What is this all about? We have made it to the Premier League as Championship champions. Transfer offer accepted for Neymar. He wants 500 grand a week. I currently can't afford that, but I might be able to adjust my budget, which I can do. We might be signing a 95 rated Neymar. That might well be happening. Oh my god. And I'll lay this across here to Luke Berry. And why not give that a crack? No! Oh! Luke Berry! What a goal! Luke Berry from 30 plus yards. He's only 71 rated. And he has smacked that off the post. What a strike! But Luke Berry is going to lift the trophy. Yeah! I can't believe we've done it. I can't believe we've done it. Cambridge United Champions League winners in Season 5. Got an Adamola Lookman goal, a Javier Morelos goal and a Kenny Tett own goal. See Cambridge United win the FA Cup. Cambridge United, your Premier League winners. The crowd wake up. And up goes the trophy. 3 penalties missed in a row. Saul, if he has 3 penalties missed in a row for Atleti, which is going to happen, we win the Champions League. Pau Lopez, arguably man of the match in the FA Cup final to see us win that trophy, and saves 3 penalties in a row to win us the Champions League. The biggest emotional rollercoaster of the entire series. 1-0 down, 2-1 down, 4-3 down in extra time. We win on pens. Unreal. Found well. Good drop of the shoulder. There's the delivery. It had to be that, didn't it? That had to be his first goal. Of course it was. I cannot believe it. I genuinely have nothing. He can't score from 3 yards with practically open goals on multiple occasions, but in the 89th minute can pull out the most incredible bicycle kick to win us a game. Is that the start of something special for Sabi? How is that for your first goal for the club? That was the start of something special for Emmanuel Sabi. How many of you recognise all of those flashbacks? FIFA 15, FIFA 17, FIFA 19. We used to do this series every 2 years, but you guys have requested it so much this year that for FIFA 20, the Cambridge United Road to Glory comes back to the channel. Now, as ever, we will be going 1 month at a time per episode, and in this opening episode, we're going to do July and August together, as we don't have the money to buy anyone in anyway, so there's no need for me at this stage to pause and wait for transfer suggestions. I have used almost all of my budget that was available to, which was only about £1 million, on a youth scout to look for fresh talent. I've utilised the Scout Future Star as well. We should find out in due course who's going to be our first of this save. If they're anywhere near as good as Stefan Engel in the lead save or Lino Navarrete from FIFA 17, we're in for a proper treat. I've £12,000 in my wage budget available to potentially have a look at a free agent or two. But let's have a quick look at the squad that we've got currently. I'll show you what the board expect from us this year as well. And then we'll get cracking with the pre-season tournament, which we'll sim our way through. And of course, we will work our way through the month of August as well, which is, as ever, very, very, very busy. We might not make it all the way to the end of August because of how busy it is. But every season in the lower leagues in England, with 46 games being played, as well as the FA Cup, the League Cup, and in Leagues 1 and 2, the Checker Trade Trophy as well, there's a hell of a lot of games to get through. and we might take a little bit longer to get through these earlier seasons than the seasons at the Premier League level. Now, I always get asked this time and time again on Twitter, in comment sections, what are my slider settings? As you guys know, we now play on Legendary, not Ultimate, as EA broke Ultimate. They've made every player's stats 99 for Ultimate, which is breaking, game-breaking the actual gameplay itself. Now, current Legendary is the same as the old Ultimate. So we're actually playing at the same level we were, even though the difficulty level looks like we're on Legendary. Now, my slider settings are, as you can see on screen here, I will scroll through them quickly so you can take a screenshot, so you can have a look at them for yourselves, and you can try them out for yourselves if you guys are struggling with Legendary default being too easy and obviously Ultimate being outrageously too difficult. They're my slider settings. Use them if you would like to. So, what do the board want from us this year? Youth development wise, one youth player to the senior team in the same season they were scouted, in the one season for this. Play them in 5 matches, either in the starting 11 or coming on as a sub. Hopefully one of our earlier scout finds will be one of those players that we can do that with. Also, sign a youth player to the midfielder position. That should be easily enough done. Low expectation there, though, so it's not massively crucial that we do that. Brand exposure-wise, very low here. Keep a streak of at least 85% attendance in 5 consecutive home matches. That shouldn't be a problem, especially provided we have some good form at some point. Financially, finished the season with £2.7 million unspent. I've already spent 800 grand on a scout, and I haven't got any money left. So I'm not really going to be spending any more than that £12,000 that I've got left in the wage budget. I do have one player on the transfer list, however, so we could raise a little bit more. Domestically, in League 2, the board would like me to avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league, also known as top half finish. I don't know why it's phrased that way. Reach the round of 32 of the FA Cup, which will be a tall order, but we shall give it our best shot. And within 2 seasons, finish mid-table in League 2. Now, within 2 seasons, I would like to get promoted, but time will tell whether we can actually do that. Obviously, no continental success objectives. As was the case with the Leeds series and previous Cambridge United series, we might not win promotion every single season. That's obviously not realistic. That's how some YouTube series go, but that's not how we run things on this channel. I will not be artificially reloading the save to ensure that I get promoted. If we fail to win promotion in any season, if we fail to win a trophy in any cup final, that's the way it goes. That's football. That's why we love the sport, for the sheer drama and lack of knowing what's going to happen. I think last year we didn't win promotion in the first season in League 2 and had to rely on a second year at this level to get promotion. We did then, as it happens, go up every single year, but I've no idea what's going to happen this season. On the transfer list, I have one player. That's Daniel Jones, who's valued at £140,000. He's on 1.9k a week, and he's 61 rated, obviously at the age of 32. In FIFA terms, unfortunately, not going to be worth much to me in the squad, so out he goes to try and raise some extra funds. Going to be starting with a 4-4-2. Nibs and Dallas up top. Lam, Maris, Jack Rolls and Davis on the right. Then at the back, Kyle Noyle, Taylor, George Taft and Harrison Dunk, with Dimitar Mitov in goal. Some of these players have potentials of the late 60s, early 70s by default, and obviously with the FIFA 20 dynamic potential system, we could see, as we did in the Leeds series, a number of these players stick with us and grow throughout the entirety of the save, however long that takes. We were at Leeds for 8 seasons. We were at Cambridge for 8 seasons last year as well. I'd love to be here for 8 seasons, maybe even more this time around too. On the bench, we have young Harry Darling. I do have Jones on the bench as well. I have midfielders in O'Neill and Carruthers, wingers in Knowles and Hannant, and a striker in Bennett. We do have some higher rated players on the bench, but Mullin and Adebayo aren't Cambridge United players. They are loanees, and as such, I won't be utilising them in the first season. I probably won't be utilising them much at all. I want to concentrate on getting the growth out of players that are mine. It may cost us the odd result in a simulated game here and there, but I think it's the right thing to do to try and grow our own players at this early stage. We don't have a massive amount of depth in the squad. We have a number of players, but you can see there I've got 5 strikers in my reserves. 6 with Bennett, 7 and 8 with Nibs and Dallas. 8 strikers and not much other depth elsewhere. I've only 3 centre-backs with a couple of wing-backs spare. Coker is a loanee as well. Norval Williams will hopefully grow, but I can't, as of yet, really consider sending anyone else out on loan until we've maybe brought in a free agent or two. We've Burton as a backup goalkeeper, but I do need a centre-back. Central midfield, we're okay. Wingers, we're okay, but an injury to one winger could cause us problems later down the line with, obviously, rotation with such a busy season. With Paul Lewis as a spare central midfielder as well. Samir Carruthers there too. Rolls is a loanee, but he's a player that I'd like to bring back to the club once his loan has expired. Similar to the way we used Ben White in the Leeds series. So he's going to start for me. So that's my starting lineup. I'm going to now go and have a look through the free agents and see if I can find anyone worthwhile, or at least start to scout someone, and then we shall take it from there. In our pre-season tournament, we have St. Polten, we have Ranheim, and Hamilton Academical of the Scottish divisions. There's about £1 million available from this pre-season tournament, so we shall wait and see how well we do. Again, as ever, we will be simulating a lot of games. We will be playing a lot of games. It will take a while to get through these early seasons. I can't guarantee you playtime, my man. And it's very kind of Greg Taylor to welcome me to the club. We have work to do, Greg. It's time to crack on. I'm going to go and get my way through these pre-season games. I'm going to go and have a look at the free agents list, and then I'll come back to you with, hopefully, my Scout Future Star and potentially some free agent options as well. We will not be looking to loan or sell anyone in Season 1 at this early stage. Maybe we will do something in January, but it's as of yet unclear. Let's go and have a look at the free agents. Let's get through this pre-season tournament and get ourselves to the first game of the league season. We've reached the 1st of August. We were able to get through to the semi-finals, actually, of the pre-season tournament, which means I've raised an extra £500,000. So I have some money to spend with regards to my wage budget, be that on free agents or pre-contracts in January or short-term loanees in January. I've looked on the loan list. There is nobody worthwhile on the loan list whatsoever. I've looked on the free agents list, and there's not many to choose from there either. These are the 5 that I've scouted to this point. Bagayoko is a right back, 5'9". I like the look of him, but I'm unsure at 29 whether he's going to be worth signing long term. To be fair, 3 of these guys are 29 years of age. Spaz Delev as well. 5-star weak foot on him as a winger. Quite quick too, which could be important at this level. Pace is very important at every level, but particularly when there isn't much quality in the players playing on FIFA, that is. In real life, players at this level are actually damn good footballers, but in FIFA, they're not, unfortunately. It doesn't quite reflect that well. We have Tato Makeka, a CDM that can also play at left back. Now, he's only 5'9", but I could utilise him at centre back. Heading isn't that strong this year, is it? In FIFA 20, it's not like FIFA 19, so I could use Makeka as a centre back if needs be. Clayton Lewis is 61 rated, looks pretty average, so I don't think I'm going to get him. And then there's Todor Needelev, a right mid or cam, who's got a bit of pace, not the fastest, and a little bit of technical ability, but not the most amazing. But he's only 26, not 29. So, and he's actually the highest rated of everyone on this list. He's probably going to be one of the ones that I go for. I think I'm going to prioritise. What's Bagayoko's jumping actually? 67, and Makeka is 66. They're both 5'9". Could both probably do a job at centre back as well. It's more in defence that I need players right now, specifically centre back. But we have had, and I haven't looked at him yet, my Scout Future Star back in my youth academy now. I've signed Dominic Wright and Elliot Griffiths from my first scout report from my actual scouts. Dominic Wright looks as follows as a right back, but he's 6'6". so he'll probably be best utilised at centre-back. And then Elliot Griffiths is 6 foot, 66 to 90 potential for him. But my Scout Future star is Alex Conceição, 63 rated currently, 15 years of age, so I'm not able to call him up at present. 65 to 85 potential rating. That's not amazing. A young Brazilian that could certainly do a job right now, but he's not going to be a standout player by the looks of things initially. Of course, dynamic potential could play a part in his future at the club. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with regards to the wage budget that I've got available to me at the minute, which is 23,000. I'm going to play the game against Bradford. I'm probably going to sign Delev purely because of his pace and impact he could have off the bench. And then probably Makeka as well, because he's better in the tackle than Bagayoko. So I'll try and sign these two. Let's just jump straight in now. What does he reckon he could want wage-wise? Between 5 and 8. If we can get him for about... Well, if we can get them both... I don't want to offer you Crucial, though. If we can get them both for about 6... He's adamant he wants Crucial. He won't play that regularly for me. I am going to concentrate on the real-life Cambridge United players that, of course, are quite young and have the opportunity to grow further. And he wants a 2-year deal. I shall counter with 3. I can use him for a year and then sell him next year. And hopefully we'll be able to make some money from him at a later date. Now, he's only asked for 3.5 grand, which is great. I'm going to remove the bonus. And the signing bonus can stay as it is. And if he'll sign that, superb. Wonderful. They said 5 to 8 recommended, but able to get him for 3.4, which is an absolute steal. 4-star weak foot on Makeka could be handy as well. Again, 5.5 to 9-ish the recommended wage for Makeka. He wants Crucial too. Hopefully we can sign him for slightly less. But he's going to be adamant he wants Crucial. Again, 29 years of age. I'm thinking more short-term gain here with using them for a year and then selling them shortly after, as we have our younger players, our real life players, grow in the short term to then be able to take over next year. And to be fair, the majority of them are going to be playing more often this year anyway, but I do need strength in depth for this season, and they're not going to give me an idea of what he would like a week, so I will offer him 4 and a signing on bonus of 35,000 or 34,000, and we'll see if he'll accept that, which they will. So we're 2 players in. I will leave Needlev and Bagayoko there on the shortlist just in case we need them at a later date, or you guys would let me know if you think I should sign one of them or both. So we have Makeka in and we have Delev in as well. Now they're both going to be very handy over the course of the full season. Now I could play Liam O'Neill at centre-back as well. His jumping is 70. We do have options for centre-back should we need them. But with a number of centre-mids, now we've got some extra depth out wide as well. Obviously striker, I don't need any more players. Goalkeeper-wise, Mitov and Burton are going to be good enough, I'd like to think, pushing forward, especially with the growth that we can get out of everybody. We have a relatively young squad. If I show you their ages, can I see sort by age? So we've a number of players that are under 23 and only a handful that are over the age of 26. So it is a very young squad here at Cambridge. We might have to be patient with them as they grow in the first season or two, but hopefully over the course of the upcoming 3 or 4 seasons, we can work our way to the Championship, and a number of these players should still be in or around our starting lineup. We're ready for the battle against Bradford. The time, we'll give him time to adjust, the new players. They're not going to jump straight into the starting lineup. I want to give the real-life Cambridge United players the crack at trying to get us promoted out of this league. But the squad is not strong. It's key to point that out at this stage. I do not expect us to get promoted this season. The board's expectations for us to finish only in the top half as a first target, as the best possible outcome, shows just the level that the club is currently at. I hope that we can challenge for the playoffs, but I'm not sure. Financially, we could do with a season under our belts to get ourselves in a better position. Cup runs will be important as well. Here we go then for League 2. Our first game of the season is away from home against Bradford City, a team that have played in the Premier League since its inception in 1992. And they're a big club, Bradford. They have a great stadium as well. I will, in this save as well, something I've forgotten to mention at this point, be using mods to update kits and update our ground as we move through the leagues. So we will hopefully be getting a bigger stadium as time progresses. Now I'll keep the sponsor and the manufacturer the same as I push forward to keep realism. So I will look for other Hummel kits that I can take their design of and implement the Mick George sponsor and obviously the Cambridge United badge, and we will hopefully, and the colour scheme of course, and we'll hopefully have multiple different kits throughout the course of the save. We might stay in the kit we're in for a season or two, but I am looking to get new kits, new Hummel kits with the current sponsor on throughout the course of this save. That's something we've never done before on the channel, so I'm looking forward to that too. Hopefully we can get off to a positive enough start in League 2, but I am used to playing with that incredibly strong Leeds United team. It's going to take time for me to adjust to League 2 football. I don't know what to expect or how the AI are going to play, how we are going to play. It's going to be a complete unknown. I imagine the gameplay will be pretty slow to start with. We don't have any rapid pace. We don't have players that are incredibly strong on the ball, but in theory, neither should the AI. So it's going to be a difficult first season, but a first season I'm confident we can have some positive highlights from. Nibs could get this in here to Reggie Lamb, who will have our first shot of our time at Cambridge United. That is blocked well by a defender. Out to Harrison Dunk. Pushes well down the line, but the cross unfortunately isn't good enough. We'll probably actually play this game and the next game in the league, and that's as far as I'll take it today, and wait and see what your feedback is after this first episode. But for now, we shall crack on, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of this episode. Hopefully Bradford don't score on this counter-attack as well. Wood into the middle, and Guthrie brings it down and does score! Bradford City 1, Cambridge United 0 at the beginning of our League 2 campaign. The defender in the middle missed the ball as it came in. George Taft underneath it, I think. Good touch, and then smart swivel shot as well. And the Bantams lead. Akpan forward to Devitt. Here's Novak. Jay Devitt out to Wood again. That's great football here from Bradford. Building well as well, but Taft in the way this time. Unfortunately not able to do that for the goal. Jack Rolls is probably our best technical player, the best player we have with the ball at his feet. We have a little bit of pace in the side in certain areas. Andy Dallas up top is one of my quickest players. Reggie Lamb is no slouch. And Noyle and Leon Davis out wide have some pace too, as well as obviously the young, actually not young, 29, young compared to me, free agent we just brought in that has 86 acceleration and a little bit more pace to boot as well. 80 sprint speed I think it was. Leighton Orient have taken the lead there. Guthrie has scored their first goal. Here's Akpan, could be looking to try and set up another, and Novak will look for Guthrie again, but Carl Noyle is in the way and will clear it away. Half an hour in, and we're having a real eye-opener here as to the quality that we might be facing in League 2 this season. Bradford are one of the best sides in the league, and you would imagine will be challenging for automatic promotion and the title in this first season. Not really the sort of team that we're expected to be challenging with in Season 1, but it would still be nice to be at least competitive in games against the better sides in this league. Thankfully, Riley's offside there. 10 minutes to go in this first half. We have not yet had a chance on goal, but I'm hoping one will come in the not too distant future. Maris forward in there to Rolls. Good first touch. Forward to Noyle. I'm going to be careful not to sprint too much when taking these passes because the first touches aren't going to be that good. Dallas is looking to turn the defender there and has done well, but no strength. But the referee's given a free kick. Now, I don't know who our best free kick taker is stat-wise. Stat-wise. It looks like it might be Reggie Lamb. Now, it's not that high, his free kick stats, but with the ability to time a finish, I might be able to do something. With Green timed it, but with a lack of shot power, unfortunately, it's not going to cause the keeper too many issues. I think, for the time being at least, I'll have to be trying something from the training ground, from set-piece routines. Haven't yet had a corner, so we haven't yet seen how effective we could be from that set-piece. But certainly in a similar position next time around, I'll be passing rather than shooting. But it does look like we're going to be 1-0 down at half-time, unless they score a second here, which they won't, as we've gotten it away. 1-0 to Bradford at the break. Reeves forward to Novak. Through the gap, looking for Guthrie. He's got support arriving, but he's going to go solo, and Dimi Mitov makes a great save. Denied a second goal there, Guthrie, but top stop from our number one. That's what I put him in the goal for. He's got potential of 65, Dimi Mitov, by default, but obviously with dynamic potential now, we could see a number of players progress quite well. I'm going to look for Andy Dallas here, and his touch unfortunately lets him down. Thiago Alcantara has gone to Manchester City. I am intrigued to see what players go where in this transfer window to start the season. Might have to rely on some substitutes to get us an opportunity in this second half, but Dallas has done well then. We'll lay that across here to Jack Rolls, but his touch lets him down, and that's why I need to not sprint onto balls too much, because touches are going to let me down till we're able to improve players' abilities. I do have some training regimes set up, some for tackling, some for passing, some for dribbling, to try and improve the players that are already at the club, whilst we look to also bring in improved players. But Andy Dallas is going on a great run here, goes down, and the referee will point to the spot. Penalty, Cambridge United. Dallas trying to get away with that pace. That's going to be crucial for us this season. Andy Dallas's pace up top. A shirt tug there, as you can see, and he feels the contact and goes down. Good striking instincts there. Now, who's my best penalty taker? 59 for Rolls and for Nibs. That's the highest, but Dallas won it. We'll give Dallas the chance to score our first goal of this save, and indeed he will. We have an equaliser away from home. The first goal of the new road to glory is scored by Andy Dallas from the spot. Reeves looks for the big switch, and it's a hell of a switch as well. And Wood's in behind here trying to catch him up with Leon Davies, but he's too quick for me. Oh, he's just kept that in. And away by... No, it was a shot by Novak. I thought it was a defender that managed to get that away. I'm making a couple of changes. Noyle's going off, as is Jack Rolls. On comes Carruthers, and... I can't remember what my other... Knowles was my other substitute. Let's see if in the final 15 minutes we can get ourselves a winner. Knowles isn't the best technically, but does have some extra pace, which again at this level is going to be vital. Hopefully he and a number of other players in this team can grow with us in this save. This is probably going to be the most difficult Cambridge United RTG we've ever done, with the quality of the starting squad and the lack of real options from the free agents list as well, and with my Scout Future Star not looking like he's going to be that effective in the opening season either. I was kind of hoping for a centre-back really that I could put straight into the starting lineup. Our Scout Future Star last season was a centre-back, if you recall. Victor Perella was our first season Scout Future Star in FIFA 19, and he was with us almost throughout the entire series. In fact, I think he was with us throughout the entire series. Carruthers shortly here to Nibs and into Dallas, trying to work something to maybe get a winner in the last few moments. It'd be quite dramatic to do it in such fashion, but we really could. Dallas, oh, can't get it past the defender. And with 2 minutes to go, it does look like we're going to draw on opening day. McCartan back there to Riley, inside but given away. Now Maris could send Reggie Lamb away down the left-hand side, and it really would be quite dramatic if we get a winner now. Pull this back. It's Harvey Nibs. It's a poor finish. It's a poor finish. It's a 1-1 draw away from home. Hard fought. Could really have won it late on there, but unfortunately not quite got the quality of front and goal that we need right now. But very competitive game. Created more chances than our opposition and had the chance to win the game. Positive signs against one of the league's best teams. This is a marathon season, not a sprint, of course. 46 games in the Premier League. Makeka didn't get to start, but good things come to those who wait. He's certainly unhappy. And Delev also didn't get to make his debut here either, but there is plenty of games for these guys to play in this season. Carruthers was happy enough to be involved, but you inspire others is what I'll tell you. I'm going to try my best to keep morale up this season. Now, I'm going to set a rotation 11 of my highest rated players for simulated games, because the higher rated players tend to do better in simmed games. We'll sim Newport at home, and then we'll also sim Bolton in the Cup and go and play Colchester away as the final game of today's episode. No, do I go all the way? I might go all the way to the end of the... I'm going to go all the way to the end of the month. We did that last year, and it seemed to work well for us, so I'm going to do that again. But let me go and set up that rotation 11, and then we'll jump into that simmed game. So this is the rotated 11. Burton in goal, Jones, Taft, Taylor, Noyle, Delev, Rolls, Makeka, Lamb, Adebayo, and Paul Mullin. Now, a number of players are on loan this year, including both Adebayo and Paul Mullin. So I'm hoping that in the simmed games, their higher ratings can do us proud, whilst in the played games... Currently, I don't have the realism mod installed. There's been an update on the morning of recording this episode. Once we get that fixed by FIFA, we will be able to have the minute-by-minute plays in all of the games that we will be simulating. So don't worry about that. We're loan offer for Ben Warman, but we'll be rejecting that. I'm not going to let anybody leave at the moment. Thankfully, Reggie Lamb is only out for 9 days. That's manageable as an injury. We will sim Bolton as well, however, but Reggie Lamb is going to have to come out for that, and we'll put Luke Hannon into the... To be fair, I probably should have played Hannon anyway because of his rating. And actually, let me take Reggie Lamb off there just to ensure that he doesn't come off the bench and get played a little bit more and loses his stamina, because I'm going to want him to start in the next game the following weekend, provided he's fit. In the Cup, I expect to lose this, as you would imagine, at Bolton, and indeed we have. So we are out of the Carabao Cup. Not to worry. Should play... there'll be a next time, Jordan. Unfortunately, you're not on my radar for starting spots right now. So these are my training schedules, or training regimes. Tackling with Noyle, Davies, Darling, Taft, and then training Meatov. Passing with Lewis, Maris, O'Neill, Noyles, and Hannant. And then strikers, training shooting and dribbling with Dallas and Nibs. And then an extra bit of training for Meatov as well. They're my current 3 training regimes. I will add the youth players to them once they're able to be called up, so we can have them involved in training and try and boost their overalls as well. I'm not sure when they'll turn 16. So Reggie Lamb's back fit for this next game, carrying a slight knock, but he'll be able to play. And we shall crack on then and see if we can get some more points in the league. We're currently 15th after a draw and a defeat. Can we get our first win of the season away in a relatively local game in Essex, down at Colchester? Alright, Colchester's 11 looks fairly strong. Not too recently relegated down into League 2, Colchester, so they'll be looking to get themselves towards the top end of the table this season as well. Hopefully we can still be competitive though, as we were against Bradford. Into Gambin. Holds off the challenge well, and Senior could be down the line. Nice attempted tackle from Harrison Dunk. Now, Dunk in previous series has always been utilised as a left winger for me, but in this save, and by default on FIFA 20, he's down as a left back. So that's the position we'll be using him in. But we do have, like, Leon Davis is down as a right back, but can play at right mid. So we do have some, like, utility players, so to speak. Players that can play in a number of different roles that could be utilised in a number of different ways this season. Now, Andy Dallas could get us off to a great start here, but it's a good block by Eastman, the defender. Leon Davies looking to get away. That's surely a foul. Now, again, it's not really the best of angles for shooting anyway, but I'm not going to shoot from this free kick. I'm going to take it short, and we're going to try and work something. Oh, I tried to spin the defender with Reggie Lamb. It just wouldn't quite come off for me, unfortunately. Now, actually, Colchester on the counter-attack is how we conceded against Bradford. We were able to get a point, though. I'm really pleased with that point, actually, away from home against Bradford. Now, ordinarily, in every other episode, we will play 3 games per month. But with this being the first episode, I'm just going to play 2 to ensure that I can get this out to you on time and ensure that you guys can enjoy the premiere as well. So I'm going to be premiering this and watching it with you live on YouTube as it goes out. If you'd like me to do that for other big ties, or other big, well, I couldn't get rid of that, other big games as well, like cup finals or opening episodes of future seasons, then do let me know in the comment section if you're watching this back as a VOD, or if you're watching this live right now on the premiere, then let me know in the chat right now, and I will have been talking to you guys over the course of the opening, however long this video is right now. Obviously not edited it yet, so I'm not sure how long it is, but if it's something you guys are keen on for the future, more utilising of the premiere option on YouTube, then I will certainly do it. It's good dribbling there from Harvey Nibbs. We're trying to work something in. Jack Rolls has turned well, and he is left-footed. Caught there as he had the shot, but unfortunately no foul given and shot blocked. We look a lot more promising in front of goal, though. A lot more creative in this game. Hopefully, it's not long before we're able to get a goal. Down the line to Senior here. Colchester looking to get themselves a goal before the break. Gambin. Back here to Senior. Jackson with an early ball. Win that, please. Well up, Greggy T. Oh, Maris just away to Reggie Lamb. Forward looking for Nibbs, whose touch is that decent actually to get away. And Rolls could send Andy Dallas away too. Okay, which is number 9 looking to get in behind. A turn that's well executed. Oh, Jack Rolls just stabbed away by the defender, unfortunately. That was looking like it was going to be a very promising move for us. Stevenson out to Jackson. Still could potentially be a goal in this first 45. Stevenson down the line into Senior and back. Been very patient in their play, Colchester. Jackson back there to Senior. Oh, he's turned me really nicely. Dunk getting stretched at left back. Norris with a fancy flick over the top. Senior into the middle, and Noyle nods away. Corner Colchester. Over stoppage time at the end of the first half. If they score now, it'll be quite controversial. The keeper's going to come and punch well, and Reggie Lamb completes the clearance, and that will be half time. I hope. Please, thank you. Here's Bramall. Inside to Pell. Back to Bramall again and down the line. Harry it back. Pell has got the runner, and that's who he's looked to use. Rolls tracking back from midfield. Can't get there. Decent ball in, but should be dealt with by Harrison Dunk, and is. Jackson, where's he going to go? Oh, past Reggie Lamb. Just walks through the challenge. Keeper, catch that, please. Dimmy hasn't been able to, but thankfully Leon Davis will bring that down. I've got support here. We've dealt with that well. Our counter-attack is on, of sorts. But they've got a lot of men back here, Colchester. They're not pushing too many men forward in attack. They're not being that adventurous. And as such, I'm finding it hard to break them down in this game. Jack Rolls into Andy Dallas. You can see their midfielders are tracking back, and just the defence steps further and further back. And it's really difficult to actually get in behind them at the minute. Jack Rolls' stamina is starting to cause me a little concern. He's been the most tired player on the pitch every game that we've played so far. I know we've only played 2, but still. Right, let's bring Luke Hannon on for Reggie Lamb and see if we can't get ourselves some extra opportunities on goal with the 2 substitutes. Get that inside to a teammate, and Dallas will find Greg Taylor. And here is Samir Carruthers, though. Sam Carruthers in the box. Oh, off the post. So close. So close to a 1-0 lead. That would have been a brilliant goal. Said we'd have to try stuff from the training ground to try and get ourselves goals from free kicks, and we very nearly did there. Cowan Hall into the middle. Taft dealing with it well enough, and Noyle can't quite clear there. Harriet battling hard, but out-muscled, but I can't keep the ball in play. Options for Colchester here. Starting to get slightly worried, especially as he's turned me brilliantly there, Gambin, and he's hit the post now. Both sides hit the woodwork in this one, but neither able to take the lead yet. Dallas to Nibbs. Nice turn. Been really impressed with Nibbs' dribbling and footwork in this game so far. Harrison Dunk pushing forward from left back. And Nibbs is through that gap. And Andy Dallas is through that gap. Can he get round the defender? Yes, he can. Dallas! Oh, he squeezed it home! Andy Dallas again from open play this time. Looking for the near post and finding it. Great footwork from Nibbs. Good touch, turn, acceleration, strength and finish. Brilliant Cambridge United goal. Are we about to win our first game of League 2? That's a great finish. Oh, off the post just for good measure. Brilliant goal. Pell Out wide to Harriet. Running low on stamina, so hopefully he shouldn't be able to run away from me, but he can dribble away from me, and he's done that well. And here's Pell. Carruthers is going to try and get to that. Norris into Gambin. Turns well. Good block. Well done, Greggy T. Good defending. Poor pass, though, as I try and get it down the line. Harriet turns. Finds Pell, and away, please. Taft this time. Both centre-backs getting involved. Harrison Dunk getting involved still. Lapsley, Gambin, and picked off by Carruthers. Oh, that was a little bit nervy. Dunk down the line for Luke Hannon. Can we counter? He's on his run there, Harvey Nibbs, and I'll try and get him in behind. He's no slouch. Oh, I nearly outmuscled the defender as he leapt to try and get rid of the header. Probably would have been given as a foul anyway, but still. Jackson not got much time left here. Colchester running out of it. 60 seconds left to go. We are going to get our first win of the League 2 season, and that should rocket us up the league. We were 15th, was it, before the start of that game? But a win away from home should see us move quite rapidly up the table. No shots on target, apparently, although I think the goal that just brushed the post and went in can be classed as on target, to be fair. Delighted to have 4 points from our first 2 played games. Like I say, we will end the month of August in this episode. We were the better team, I think it's safe to say, especially in that second half. Managed to turn the tide. I trusted we'd give it our all. That's all I can ask from my players is 100% effort each week. Even if we don't have the quality, if you have the determination and the willpower, then miracles can happen. Right, we've got Scunthorpe coming up next in the next game. And like I say, we'll simulate towards the end of the month and I'll show you what happens on transfer deadline day. Probably not going to be much happening in League 2 on deadline day, but we shall wait and see if... actually, we didn't go that far up the league, did we? We just moved up to 12th there. That's annoying. Oh, but another win. And we should be much higher now and up to 7th. That's what I expected to happen after the last one. Reggie Lamb wants to let me to know that he's pleased with playing, but he wants to have some reassurance with the speculation around him. I haven't speculated at him leaving us or anything. I'll consider it, Harvey, but I don't think so, my man. I think Mullin and Adebayo will continue on. Andy Dallas has been our top goal scorer so far. Reggie Lamb is on the bench. We'll leave it as is. We'll leave it as is. Right then, a home against Oldham. What could we do here? A draw would be great. A win is better. Delev with his first goal for the club. Huge result for us. I didn't expect the season to start this well. The squad rotation is important, Harvey, so don't worry, mate. You will be playing a lot of football. Everybody will be playing a lot of football. I'm going to need my squad this season. Oh, I'm quite pleased, actually, with how this is going so far. I expected us to be sat 17th, 18th at this stage. But so far, things going quite well. You've found all you can in England, have you, already, at the end of August? We don't have the best of scouts currently, so that's going to be a problem moving forward, I feel, in the shorter term. Players living on international duty. Spaz Delev has been called up by Bulgaria, so he is still available, though, thankfully, for this next game. We'll go to the press conference and have a boost in morale. Hopefully, the season is off to a great start, but the whole squad will need to play a role, and we are using the whole squad so far. Port Vale with proven tactics thus far. They seem to be working for us, so I'm not going to change anything. We need more strength. We do need more strength, but I haven't got the finances right now, and that's not too strange a story for a lower league side, is it? Away from home against Port Vale. A defeat this time around. That's not a problem. So, the biggest transfer... Actually, let's finish deadline day first, and then I'll show you all of the biggest transfers from this season, or from this window. Bayern apparently undecided between Busquets and Casemiro. Either would be a good signing for Bayern Munich. Either would be a loss to their current team, Casemiro and Busquets at Real Madrid and Barcelona respectively. Sorry. No, the one player I've got on the transfer list is one of the few players I haven't had any interest in so far, unfortunately. Sofian Faguli, that's a name I haven't heard for a little while. He's gone to Athletic Club de Bilbao. 4 hours to go here. There's a lot of money been spent, 440 million. I guess that's not in League 2, probably. With an hour to go, we have a bid from Maris, but that is going to be rejected. He's going nowhere. I only want to sell the one man, and nobody wants to buy the one man, unfortunately. So over £500 million spent on deadline day. I'll quickly show you what's been done in this league, but not much. Not much, I would imagine. No more than a couple of signings for any side so far, or a couple of sales, and minimal done pretty much everywhere. Macclesfield and Mansfield doing similar work to us. Newport have spent nearly £1 million actually, as have Oldham. That's quite a lot of money for this level. Martinez in there. I wonder how Salford are going to get on this year. How many Salford careers have there been on YouTube so far this year? £1 million spent by Walsall on Hauge. Or Hawg? I don't know how to pronounce that, unfortunately, I'm afraid. So the biggest transfers in this window so far. We might as well end it because we'll be able to see them all on the next screen, won't we? So, our month. Oh, youth squad monthly report. Training injury. Kyle Knowles out for 7 weeks with a broken ankle. Lovely! I've sent my scouts out initially this season for defence-minded players. If you think I should scout or look elsewhere for something different, then do let me know. I'll adjust my budgets here. 77 to 94 certainly looks like it's got potential. We'll give you another month, actually, and we'll give you another month too. We'll give all of those guys another month before committing, but the other youngster there look like decent. Dominic Wright's a right back, 6'6". He's still growing. Dominic Brown, 55 rated. He's a centre mid, but potential is decent there for Dominic Brown. So, and 6'3" too. A lot of centre mids though, unfortunately. I kind of need players in other positions, but never mind. Never mind. If he can do a job, he can do a job, and I don't see any reason in why I shouldn't call him up to the squad at least. So into the squad he is. Move him behind all of the other centre-backs. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. That's quite positive. We'll wait and see how he grows. We might add him to a training regime as well in the not too distant future. So let's see then. Transfer history. The biggest deals in this window were Kai Havertz to Barcelona, Thiago Alcantara to City, Rashford from Manchester United to Paris Saint-Germain, Busquets they went for at Bayern, Dani Carvajal to Juventus, Samuel Umtiti has come to Manchester City, and Alessio Romagnoli has replaced him at Barcelona. Memphis Depay to Inter. What are Manchester United doing? Martial to Atletico Madrid. They've signed Belotti instead at striker to replace Rashford. Gini Wijnaldum has gone to Leverkusen. Grimaldo in at City. Alderweireld out at Tottenham. Joe Gomez to Arsenal. Liverpool, that's a mistake. I think Joseph Martinez to Chelsea. That's something we've seen quite a few times in career mode saves this year. Josip Ilicic to Dortmund. Milik to Leverkusen. Tellez to Barcelona. David Neres to Chelsea. We've seen that before. Rodrigo to Bayern. Kramaric, Munayin. Rakitic to Liverpool. Kimpembe to Spurs is one we've seen before as well. Carlos Soler to United. Nelson Semedo to PSG is something I didn't expect. Marcelo to Leipzig is one out of left field as well, as is Kyle Walker to Napoli. Sergio Roberto to Liverpool. Gaia going to Hertha Berlin. We saw the Faguli one. Zuma to Leipzig. They've been with Konate going the other way. That's actually probably a good deal for Chelsea, actually. Marcos Acuna to PSG. He's a great player. Benjamin Mendy to Barcelona. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to Villarreal. Bellerin to Valencia. Luke Shaw to Spurs. Tammy to Newcastle. It's all kicking off. Dimi Payet to Barcelona. Wow. Some really unexpected. Donyell Marlon to Wolves is going to be a great signing for them. Lewis Dunk to Monaco is a strange one. Some interesting moves there, but we end today's episode heading into the first round of the Leasing.com trophy, as it's now known. Was the Checker Trade Trophy. We end the episode in 10th. Now, the board won a top half finish for us this season, and I'd actually be quite pleased with a 10th placed finish this season. Not scoring many goals, mind, only 6 in 6 games, but not conceding many either. I'm relatively pleased with that so far. Colchester top of the table, and they're the one side we beat in the played game. Bradford, I expected to be nearer the top of the table. They're 17th, Northampton bottom, and Morecambe 23rd. We'll wait and see how the season progresses, but a decent start here at Cambridge United. As ever, please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying, and of course ensure that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any further content here on the channel. Knowles is up to 53 already, and hopefully we'll see yet more growth throughout the squad over the course of the season. Again, going to concentrate on the homegrown Cambridge United players more so than the slightly higher rated non-Cambridge United players, be they loanees or those two free agent signings. They're kind of more money earners next season than they are utilised this season, and to be fair, I'm going to try and use them in the rotation squad with the higher rated players. But we'll wait and see how the season goes. Hopefully you've enjoyed this opening one. Do drop the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you for watching in the premiere if you're watching that live right now. Thank you for watching after the premiere if you're watching the VOD right now. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links in the description down below. We'll be live later on today. And I'll see you next time.